The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, 1990 NBA Dunk Contest finalist, Kenny the Jet Smith. I remember that 90 event. You were terrific. You were skying all over the place.
Man, thanks for having me. But how did they give Dominique that? He did the same dunk 3 times. If you do the same dunk, you're going to get the same score. That doesn't make sense to me. But hey, man, happy to be here.
DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard the rumors regarding Kyrie Irving's moodiness. His teammate Kevin Durant said, Kyrie is an artist. He has his way of doing things, and I support him 100%. Irving said, human beings have mood swings. I don't have to be perfect. My teammates know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greats in NBA history. Jet, what do you have him ranked among all-time scorers?
Oof, he's got to be in the top 3. I don't think we've seen a guy like him. Yeah,
top 3.
Yeah, yes. His ability to score with the ease, the easiness of his scoring. Like LeBron will be a top scorer of all time, but he doesn't score as easy as Kevin Durant.
Well, he doesn't have the jump shot. Like, we've never seen a guy at 7 feet. Because even Dirk was a 7-footer who could really shoot.
Yeah.
But Dirk couldn't break you down off the
Couldn't break you down off the
He wasn't shooting step-back threes and all the stuff. He didn't have the
Kevin Durant
repertoire.
took Dirk's move and said, I could do it too.
Yeah.
Did the one-legged.
Then who's also in that conversation said 3?
Easiest scorers, Kareem.
Oh, wow!
That's how you talk trash with a dunk. KD telling the other bench, you can't touch this.
Kenny, these days you need versatile defenders. In your opinion, who does the best job of guarding from point guard to center in the NBA?
Oof, you got Kawhi, you got AD. I would add Paul George in the mix.
Sure.
I would add Patrick Beverly in the mix. I would add P.J. Tucker, guys who can play multiple defender positions. Avery Bradley. I would add him in there. You notice most of them on the same team, huh?
Yeah, they are.
That's right.
And here is Irving. 17 points for him last game against Toronto. The 3 from Harden. It's hauled in by Harris. Well, I've heard both you guys talk about the handle of Kyrie Irving. Kenny, did anyone in your era come close to being able to do what Kyrie can do with the dribble?
Yeah, I think there were several. You know, and with the hand check rule, if they didn't have it the way it is, Isaiah Thomas, Tim Hardaway.
Was Iverson in that game?
Iverson, yeah. Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, Kenny. Yeah. Right,
those guys would have had
right.
the freedom to dribble the way they wanted to dribble because of the lack of hand check. But Kyrie Irving is special.
Yeah. And the other thing that makes him special, his footwork is as good as anybody's ever played. Like that, people lose like it ain't just your handle, it's the footwork. It's his combination that's what makes him so special.
That's a great point.
And with more players controlling their free agent destiny, we're starting to see a little backlash. Yeah, you think there's a double standard? Teams can trade them, but players are supposed to be loyal.
Well, it's a double standard for sure. But the only one who loses out are the fans in that double standard. The fans have no control over who stays in league, but they have to cheer for who comes in. So I feel for the fans, but it is a business.
Drills it from outside. Durant's got 5 points so far.
A remarkable long-range shooter. Durant with the effortless stroke from behind the arc.
Here's Simmons. Basket counts.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Harden has a wide open look. No good from outside. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Embiid, the pass to Harris, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Harris. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Down low. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Harden. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
Embiid, no good. Durant with a wide open look, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
A quick decision maker with a smooth release. Defenders can't be surprised when Durant pulls up.
Simmons passes to Harris. The offensive rebound, Embiid. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Philadelphia 76ers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Irving is out there with Brown. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Green, the pass to Simmons. And it's in there. Simmons got 6.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
Pass to Durant from deep. Simmons pulls it in.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Durant for 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Wow, this guy's the total package, Kevin. When Durant finds his offensive rhythm, it's fun to watch him go to work.
And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
He's a
We'll tell
fellow PG. We got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet, huh? As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he can share it with us.
And Brooklyn has possession. They trail by 6. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Korkmaz, he's checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Maxey. From deep, Harden. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hill against Griffin. And Hill the bucket on the assist by Embiid. Hill's got the lead up to 8 now for the 76ers. Hill against Harden. Pass to Griffin. And he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
And one for the highlight reel. And you see after multiple knee surgeries, Griffin can still get up.
And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
The 76ers leading by 8. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Milton. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Portis tries again, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And here's Harden for 3. That shot missing. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers going into the break with a 10-point lead. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Joel, the reserves have been a big story. What are you seeing from them?
The bench has helped us a lot. They've come in, they scored the ball, they've got to stop, so we're going to need them to keep it going.
We'll see if they can close it out in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And gracing us with his presence once again after his stirring performance with the live crew. At least that's what the card I'm reading says, and it was written by the always terrific Kenny Smith.
Well, you know what it was? You called it the live crew. You know what it was when I was down there?
No.
You know it's always fun.
You know what, Kenny?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not a hater. I'm a congratulator.
Thank you.
And I must say, you did a great job. Liked it almost as much as the regular broadcast. I was impressed.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
We've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Shake Milton is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Korkmaz at the 3 spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
Well, what a move from Kyrie to keep the defenders guessing as he moves in for the score.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Joe Harris. Then for the 76ers, Danny Green, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And Maxey's subbed in for Shake Milton. Green inside, guarded by KD. Green kicks to Simmons. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Simmons got the lead up to 12 now for Philadelphia.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Irving looking for an opening. And there's the pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Green bounce pass. Here's Harris. Another shot. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Harden the pass to Durant. Feeds to Irving. And he makes good on the layup.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. .50 seconds left in the third quarter. Brown outside. Back to Irving. To the inside. Outside, Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. To the middle. Here's KD. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Durant's got 16 points.
You can really tell when Kevin Durant is in the flow because his scoring looks like it's second nature. He's going to go down as one of the all-time best.
And that one drops for him. And the 76ers lead by 10.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And here's KD for three. To the paint. Here's Harris. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. We'll return shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Philadelphia leading by 10. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And here are the 76ers now. Here's Portis. Dishes it to Harris. Tries yet again. And Portis with the layup.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
The cleverness, the fearlessness. Kyrie Irving outstanding at finding spots inside to capitalize from.
That one good for two. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got $100-200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and James Harden subbed in for Bruce Brown. Here's Harden, and it's blocked, and they get it back. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Lets a floater go. No good, and Brooklyn will come the other way. Fires for three, hits the three-point bomb.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Hill against Irving, banked in off the glass. Hill's got 4 this quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Harden outside. Here's the three. And the Nets, another three.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're ahead by 7. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. You may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 7-point differential.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and that's an intentional foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Milton misses off the left eye.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
With a polished offensive game and an intense will to win, Griffin can definitely be trusted in crunch time.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're leading by 3. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Against Simmons. Over Irving, the 76ers again can't hit it.
A three and nothing but a three will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Got it!
Now, when the game is on the line, Kyrie is the guy you want taking the shot. He is a stone-cold finisher.
Here's Simmons. Oh, missed it. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, very few can match your offensive creativity. So how do you integrate that into the team system?
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing actions, practice with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's executing on both ends of the floor and trusting them.
Well, the ball was certainly moving tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.